Welcome back to another day with less anxiety. It's me, Orest, your anxiety coach. I'm so glad to see you keep making it to these. And today, I would like to talk to you about the idea of truly appreciating the power of your mind. I mean, consider this. To the extent that your mind is capable of creating for you anxiety attacks, crippling anxiety, or just even the time that it has kept holding you back from whatever it is that you are trying to achieve by watching these videos and learning about anxiety, learning about yourself and trying to get better. Just imagine the intensity, the strength of your mind achieving all of this amount of blocking you and stopping you or shutting you down entirely. It is insane. It's insane. I mean, the machinery is powerful. Imagine what would happen if you had all of this strength, instead of holding you back, the same strength behind you, by your side, helping you towards your goals. Just imagine if you could have the intensity that you have holding you back and you have to fight through it. Imagine all that strength by you. And that's what your mind is capable of. I mean, I know it's a little bit hard to begin to appreciate it, but it's essential. It is really important. In fact, this is it's the only way in which you can start to recruit the strength that has been holding you back. Imagine your mind, the part of you that generates anxiety, as a neighbor that really, really loves you. Well, in this case, your neighbor not only loves you, your neighbor's life depends on your well-being and your survival. So let's just say that this neighbor of yours is an old war veteran. And we have seen from movies, I hope you don't know it from firsthand experience, but what happens is that, sometimes they have learned or grabbed in their mind, just on a deep level, some learnings that aren't very relevant to the present, but they still live very strongly inside them. Now, this neighbor that loves you so much, whenever it sees anything that even remotely resembles danger, it just comes over. It wants to protect you. It wants to keep you safe. It digs in trenches around you, and it's going to make sure that you are kept safe. Now, the problem with trying to recruit your neighbor is that if you're trying to resist, all it's going to say is just, no, you stay back, you just leave me. I have to take care of this danger. Now, the only way in which you could actually achieve at some point recruiting this neighbor to be on your side, your mind, your unconscious mind that is desperately trying to protect you from something, is just imagine that you, instead of fighting this neighbor, instead of telling it off, instead of saying them just how stupid they are and how much trouble their trenches are causing you and how many things you cannot do because of them, instead of blaming them for all the things that are going bad, imagine that you actually get on their side for a moment. I mean, think about it. Would you, let's say it's your children or your best friend is doing something that is going to get them in trouble. You're absolutely convinced, and they just don't realize, they don't understand that what they're doing is dangerous. You wouldn't listen to them. You would just keep doing the thing that you think is the right thing. Now, you have to consider this loving neighbor of yours the exact same way. Instead of fighting it, instead of telling it off, instead of blaming it, go outside. Join it for a moment. Sit next to it. At least it's going to calm down a little bit because now it doesn't have to fight two fronts. And eventually, you might even learn what it is that is triggering it, what it is that it's making your neighbor just go into frenzy mode. Maybe it's some smoke in the distance. Maybe it's the sound of something that reminds your neighbor of explosions. It doesn't matter. What it experiences is that some kind of danger is happening and it wants to keep you safe. Now, if you are on their side first, if you join them for a moment, then you can kind of together begin to discover what it might actually be. That smoke in the distance might just come from a toaster oven. It's not something burning up. It's not actual danger. It might be a minor inconvenience, but it's not an actual life-threatening danger. It might just be the sound of things popping off. It could be something entirely harmless. But the only way in which you can actually convince them is by joining them first. So this is what you want to do, and eventually then you can start recruiting this old veteran to be on your side, showing them that the danger is no longer real, or even if it's real, it is way less than something that deserves trenches and shutting down and completely halting every other progress. So this is what I want you to keep in mind. In practical terms, what does this mean? In practical terms, it means that you appreciate your anxiety, you learn to understand that it's trying to do something good for you, which then the attitude of acceptance will help you take the steps towards understanding it and the recruiting its strength for you. If it's something easy, like you notice, oh, well, it's just, I feel like this because I think that people will be laughing at me. No, today it's not like, I don't know, 30 years ago when my classmates laughed at me. This is, I'm actually very knowledgeable. I can prepare. I did come prepared this time. I am going to bring my best game. I'm going to be able to talk in front of all these people. You might even just naturally notice it just by switching your attitude. Or if it's in a therapy setting, then you will be able to share this attitude with your therapist, or they should know that this is how you want to proceed. And then as they are helping you through to this understanding, you will be able to at least calm the veteran down so it can just relax, lean back and let you do your thing. Or you can actually just rejuvenate them and learn from them and use all of your strength to achieve your goal and do amazingly well in life. I really hope all of that for you. And if I can be of help, check out my website. I'd really appreciate helping you, and I really, really enjoy it. So if you think videos like this are useful, make sure that you click on the like button so YouTube shows it to other people. If you want to share it with someone in particular that you know, share it with them. If you want to make sure that you don't miss tomorrow's video, make sure that you subscribe. And if you have something nice to say or you have a question, leave a comment. I'd love to help you out by answering it. And just make sure that you do a little bit of this. You stay till the end. Make sure that you do a little bit of this for yourself and tell yourself, I'm doing good. And you know what? You are doing good. Now go have a kind day, be kind to yourself, and see you tomorrow.